My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people want to make friends. I'm just trying to make you some money. My job, not just to entertain, but to educate and teach. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. The Trump era is over. So how do you prepare your portfolio for the Biden era? In some ways, this feels like the most consequential change of administration since perhaps the Reagan Revolution or the New Deal or maybe even the Civil War. Now, that's not really true. But I'm betting it'll have a bigger impact than the Obama to Trump transition 4 years ago. The market roared today, the Dow gaining 258 points, the S&P pole vaulting 1.4%, and the Nasdaq soaring almost 2%. In part because nothing crazy happened at the inauguration. The absence of a negative these days means a lot in the wake of the aborted Capitol putsch. So what does change? Trump was anti-immigration, he was pro-fossil fuel and vocally hostile to China. Biden's pro-immigration, anti-fossil fuel, and a lot more chill about China. I know these things. I'm Jimmy Chill. The new administration should do a better job with the vaccine rollout. Hard to imagine how anyone could do worse. We put the states in charge, but also the military in charge, and the drug distributors in charge, and, of course, the pharmacies in charge. But when everybody's in charge, nobody's in charge. In many states, it's all come down to county-level public health officials, which is insane. What the heck are they supposed to know about setting up a national vaccination program? So once again, the bar is very low on the vaccine front. If Biden simply finds where the extra vials are hidden, Pfizer and Moderna insist that they've got millions of doses waiting somewhere. Well, that'd be a huge win. How many have gone bad? How many are sitting in federal closets? How many fell off the back of a truck, for heaven's sake? By the way, later tonight, we're going to hear from Gritstone, which is working on a new type of vaccine that might obliterate those dangerous mutant COVID strains that you've been hearing about. However, this isn't mad public health or mad fear-mongering. It's mad money. So let's dive right into the biggest investable themes for 2021. Now, I've been keeping this list since late last year, and tonight we got to update it and reflect some of the Biden's cabinet picks. Personnel is policy. First and always is going to be e-commerce. A lot of people are nervous that the e-commerce story will fall apart once we beat the pandemic. Boy, that would be the least of our problems, right? But I believe this theme remains in its infancy. Every retailer and restaurant chain has been forced to embrace the web. The winners still work up here. Think Target with its shipped same-day delivery service. We used it today to bring in like Mason mints and a lot of Swedish fish. Chipotle with digital delivery and Chipotle lanes. No wonder it was up 3.6% today. Same goes for the e-commerce enablers. Shopify, Etsy, PayPal, Square. And do not forget, although it's often and prematurely considered dead, FAANG! Facebook's the best way to advertise online. Amazon's, well, Amazon. Apple's got the quintessential e-commerce device, and Netflix is the king of online entertainment. And Alphabet's like a cross between Facebook and Amazon. These stocks led the market today. Second theme, the great reopening. Once we have a national vaccine policy, you'll want to own everything that can rebound. And let's keep it simple, okay? Well, you got to do, say, Marriott, Southwest Air, Boeing. More on that later. And yes, Airbnb. Third, we're still in the early innings of digitization. All these cloud plays have made themselves essential here. What are the obvious ones? Go with them. Salesforce, Microsoft, Adobe, ServiceNow, Workday. Theme number 4, cybersecurity. Earnings season's now in full swing, and when you listen to these bank conference calls, holy cow, it's breathtaking how much they have to spend on cybersecurity. You've got cloud-native operators like CrowdStrike and Zscaler and Cramer family fave Okta, or operators that can handle both the cloud and legacy systems. That makes me think about Palo Alto. I like them all. As for number 5, that's the 5G wireless build-out. Last week, I gave you a whole basket of these. T-Mobile, Crown Castle, Marvell Tech, and Seago. Oh, man. Skyworks, Qualcomm, Taiwan Semi, and Fastly. That basket is paid for itself like 9 ways to Sunday. Those are all flying, especially the chip makers, because we have a massive worldwide semiconductor shortage. Going to be a big theme for 2021. 5G's a juggernaut. Just pick one. Theme 6, Biden's COVID-19 stimulus plans. Now, this one's tricky. You're going to hear a lot about infrastructure, but we don't have enough ways to play it. There are too few industrials. You could always go with the rock plays like Martin Marietta or Vulcan Materials. Meanwhile, another round of stimulus checks is good news for Walmart, Amazon, Target, Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and let me throw in 2 for good luck, Whirlpool and Stanley Black & Decker. 7 is China. For months, Biden and his camp have stressed that they'll continue taking a hard line on China like Trump. Oh, please, I do not buy this. Fill the papers today. I'm like, want to call if I were their editors, man, I would have sent them all back. Say, go do some homework. Biden's been in politics for 50 years. He's never been that hawkish on China. Plus, as much as I believe in the trade war, and you know that, the business community wants to stop it. Who wins? The companies that already have a lot of Chinese exposure, like Apple. Did you see that go up? Nike, Starbucks. You think these go up in a vacuum? No, it's because of what I'm saying to you. And let's not forget Boeing. China needs planes now that their economy's back to normal. Boeing directly or indirectly employs 2 million Americans. If Biden plays nice, the Chinese Communist Party will throw some orders Boeing's way as a gesture of goodwill, and you'll be paying $250 for the stock. Theme 8, the resurgence of stock picking and wealth management. Think Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. They both had unbelievable quarters. Morgan Stanley's the best. What an amazing quarter. Capitalizing on a new generation of investors who recognize that picking stocks is actually a good way to manage your money. The asset gathering momentum at Morgan Stanley is extraordinary. They're crushing it. Crushing it. Number 9, remote work is here to stay, even when the pandemic's gone. Why? Simple. For the last 10 months, millions of white-collar workers have been stuck at home. And you know what happened? Their productivity soared. You can call them at 3 a.m., at 7 a.m., make them work. It's really great. If I were a boss during these days, I would wake them up at 2:45 and put them to work. And that's a.m. Who wins? The home office plays, remote work enablers, Williams-Sonoma, Wayfair, Logitech, Zoom Video, and, of course, again, Amazon. 10 is healthcare. Biden doesn't have the votes in Congress to do anything earth-shaking here, but I think his administration will try to make it easier to get insurance, and that is very good news for Centene, Humana, CVS, because CVS now owns Aetna. I like breakthrough drug bankers, by the way, like Eli Lilly with its Alzheimer's treatment, and Regeneron for its COVID drugs. Finally, you know what? I don't come empty-handed to any party. I've got 2 new themes brought to you by the Biden White House. First, be ready for more stringent environmental regulations that push people into electronic vehicles. Now, we've been seeing this all over the place. This is not new to you, but I'm going to bring them to you constantly, and not just Tesla. Plug Power, someone put a big short rate on that one today for green hydrogen. Electrical vehicle players that are merging with special purpose acquisition vehicles. Northern Genesis, soon be Lion Electric. Oh, don't forget Lordstown Motors. A CIIG, which is merging with the UK-based Arrival. Everyone's very hot on that one. But you know what? I'm increasingly drawn to Ford, because they're electrifying the F-150. And they've got a nice investment in Rivian, the $25 billion electric truck developer. It was the second biggest gainer in the S&P 500 today. General Motors works too. They both are cheap, and they've got momentum. Second is housing. Now, I've been reluctant to do this. I've been reluctant to recommend Toll Brothers, KB Homes, Pulte, D.R. Horton, and Lennar, because I was worried about higher interest rates. But after what we've heard from Fed Chief Jerome Powell and then incoming Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, I believe rates are going to stay low for a long time, maybe years. So think about it. Meanwhile, Biden's pro-immigration, which is gigantic for home builders. There are at least 10 million undocumented immigrants who will soon be able to come out of the shadows and ask for credit to buy a home. And that will be amazing for the home builders, especially since we only have 2.3 months worth of homes for sale right now, and that is among the lowest on record. Now, if you get an extra aggressive infrastructure push, you should buy Caterpillar. If Biden goes big on solar energy, I'll have tons of names. It's SunPower. But unlike the others, I think the jury's still out on those themes. They don't do enough work. What's the point of identifying these big themes? Simple. They give you something to fall back on. You don't chase these stocks on the way up, people. You wait for a pullback, then you pile into them on the way down when everyone else is scared to death. The whole point is that you can feel confident buying them in weakness because the themes give you staying power and you've done the homework. The bottom line. Most of these themes don't need a new president or an old president or any president. You can put a dog in the Oval Office and they'll still work. The only thing these companies need is capital, and this document will provide this stock market will provide any capital that is needed in a heartbeat.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.